You know, it's frustrating spending hours on tasks that you know could be automated, but you don't know where to start automating. And I've seen it over and over. Businesses are stretched thin, they're overwhelmed by just day-to-day operations, you know, keeping up with clients, sending follow-ups, leads, everything, right? There are so many things that can be streamlined, you just don't know where to start. The problem is most people think that automation is something that deserves its own individual team and that it's for the big companies. But the thing is, it's the small companies, it's the small businesses, it's the individual business, entrepreneurs that can benefit the most from automation, because you are the one that feels these tasks pile up the most and spend the most energy in those tasks. So I'm here to make this simple. In this video, I'm going to break down the first 3 automations that every businessman or businesswoman or small business should automate to make their life a whole lot easier. It all boils down to 3 basic things that you've heard a million times, but I'm going to make this a little bit different for you. Follow-ups, client reminders, and tasks. Let's dive right in. The first automation is the money maker. It's the follow-up. The follow-up, the follow-up, the follow-up. It is the lowest hanging fruit. Every business has leads that are slipping through the cracks because someone forgot to reach out to them. The simplest way to stop that from happening: automation. Automated texts, automated emails, automated Facebook pokes. Maybe not Facebook pokes. The CRM that you're using probably has built-in automations that are perfect for you. Whether that be, someone replies to a form or someone submits a form and that gets added as a contact in your CRM, and an automated email, welcome email will go out to them, or a text message saying, we'll reply to you shortly, please just be patient, here's some information for you, right? There are a lot of different ways that you can build this sequence out. It'll start with a trigger, right? That trigger, whether it be a form submission, a text message, whatever the case may be. And then the actions that happen after that. Those actions can be, you can drag those actions out for months, right? With specific types of actions like wait 5 minutes, then send this, or wait 2 weeks and send a follow-up message. The opportunities here are pretty endless, but the idea is you just need at least a basic follow-up. So many businesses fail to do this because they just feel like, we don't want to bother our clients. We want a more personal connection. But the fact is, people are more appreciative of follow-ups than they are hating follow-ups, right? The most that'll happen is that they'll ignore you, right? But the best case scenario is that you turn somebody that was just, a cold lead, someone that was just browsing, into someone that is a paying customer. Imagine you're a real estate agent where every transaction is a significant paycheck for you, right? Someone submits a form on your website saying we're interested in, scheduling some tours. You send an automated email saying thank you for, your interest in our company. We're looking forward to working with you to help you find your perfect home. And then they go ghost on you, right? Then an automation kicks in where, let's say a week later, you say, hey, is it time to schedule a tour? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. These are the guys that we want to work with. Boom, you just got yourself a new customer, and without lifting a single finger. Automation number 2 is a workflow streamliner. It is the task creation. How many times did you finish speaking to a customer or a client and then you're just trying to remember what it is that you need to get done with them? Or worse, you have a lead that slipped through the cracks because someone forgot to create that task. Whether that task is a phone call to them or just sending them some information that'll help them make a decision. This is where automation comes in. For example, let's say you're a law firm and someone submits, let's say a personal injury claim, and they forgot to submit the police report, right? In your CRM, there can be a flag, a trigger, where someone submits a form, and if there's something that's missing, that'll create a task for an assistant to go after that person and say, hey, you forgot to submit this police report. One of many examples. You could be a plumber and someone submits, someone calls you, right? And it goes to answering machine. Now that task can be that this is a number that called, nobody answered, call them back, right? And it can be assigned to whoever you want it to assign. The opportunities here are endless, but the idea is that tasks are things that pile up, but they can easily be forgotten to do, right? And so this is where the automation kicks in. A quick note here is that this is not about replacing your team. Well, some of the tasks can happen autonomously, but they're not all created to be run autonomously. Tasks are created to remind you that this is what needs to get done, because we live in a world where tasks are endless. Personal tasks, business tasks, children tasks, parent tasks, friend tasks, personal tasks. I said personal tasks. It's about making sure that you don't have to start from scratch. If you're spending time trying to remember what you need to do, you're wasting time. Let the software do that part for you. Step number 3 is the trust builder. It's the client reminder. Now, don't overdo this because this is where you can start to become spammy. But your clients are busy. Don't rely on your memory or on your client's memory for them to show up to meetings, to appointments, to calls. Let the automation do that for you, gently. Now, almost every tool that you're using to schedule, appointments or book meetings or, coordinate some sort of interaction between you and clients will have reminders. As long as the messages are friendly, valuable, and timely, then you should absolutely be incorporating this into your business process. Let's say you run a health clinic. Patients book, they get an automatic notification saying, this is when your appointment is. Now, 24 hours before that appointment, they should be getting another text message, right? People miss their appointments all the time because they don't know that the appointment is tomorrow, right? That follow-up text message doesn't necessarily just have to be, hey, your appointment is tomorrow. It could be something friendly like, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, smiley face, or it could even be, here is some information that you need, whether like don't eat before this time or make sure you bring this with you. That's a really valuable text message and it serves as a reminder, right? So number one, you're increasing the chances that you're gonna actually see that client or that patient. And number two, you're actually seeming like you care, you're informed, and you're trying to make sure that they have everything that they need. Automating reminders isn't just convenient, it's critical, right? Think about it this way. Every meeting that you miss is money left on the table. But an automation shows that you are organized and you're reliable. So that's it. Very simple, very easy, straightforward. Follow-ups, tasks, and reminders. You get these right, you got your building blocks. Everything else will stack on top of that. And here's the thing, automating these is super simple nowadays. Every software that you're using to manage your business in some way, shape, or form has automations built into it. And chances are you're just missing out on this opportunity, right? So look into your software. After this video, go ahead and click intro basics to whatever software you're using to, run your business and see what is built into those functions, right? Because chances are you're not using your tool to its fullest capacity. So start with these 3 things, refine them, and you're gonna start to see real efficiency in your business. And then you can just build from there. See you in the next video.